All right, how do we explain this one? All right. I don't know, let's just do it. Hey everybody, welcome back to Bearded Cubing 101. My name is Joe. I'm your host, the Bearded Cuber. In today's video, I'm going to show you how to solve the Dayan MF8 crazy 4x4x4 cube, one right in front of me. Wow, the way that this channel works is cumulative learning, right? So the things that we learned, in previous videos is translates into, skills that you can utilize for current cubes, such as this one. Because I'm just trying to be real with you here. It's so much more difficult to explain how to do something than it is to actually do that thing. And I'm not just talking about cubing, everything, but you got to pull the weight on your end as well. So, I mean, if you're really, dedicated and you really want to be a good cuber, you're going to have to watch these videos sequentially. So you at least go into it having an idea of, the algorithms and what's going to be involved in actually solving the cube. And I'm going to guide you as best as I can. Obviously, I'm not holding anything back from you. I'm freely giving you this knowledge, but just because I'm freely giving out the knowledge doesn't mean that I'm going to spoon feed it to you either. I don't have algorithms scrolled on the bottom of the screen for you to follow along. That's up to you to write those down and get familiar with them, because if I do all the work for you, well, that defeats the purpose altogether. You're going to have to cement this information into your own head by doing your own work on it, right? But of course, I'm going to be here to guide you through it. There's probably going to be about I don't know, without counting right now, I'm just guessing about 10 or so algorithms that you're going to need to know, most of which we've already covered. And then there was going to be that very specific tailor-made algorithm for the parity for this one, which we go over again. And I guess that's all I really want to say. I don't know. But, it is what it is. So, I don't know how many parts this video is going to be. It might be just part 1 and part 2, but don't let the cube intimidate you though, because it's a whole lot easier than it may look, right? So let's just do it. Let's get into it. Good. Okay. What? All right. Hi everybody. So welcome to the MF8 Dayan 4x4x4 cube. So this cube is very interesting in the fact that none of the centers turn with the outer layer. So I can turn this all I want. Let me better demonstrate this if I just do it like that. And I'll try turning this, right? And you see how the centers don't move. So none of the centers move, okay? So I can just turn that, and that doesn't move, and turn this, and you see that none of these moves, just the outer layers here that move. And so we're just going to go ahead and just give it a good scramble. Be careful when you're scrambling this thing, because it will pop and it will fall apart on you. So you got to treat it pretty gently, and basically what you're looking to do is understand that you want to separate these pieces out so that for example, well, you know what? Let's get into that a little bit later. Let's just continue randomly scrambling here. It's hard to know where to start with this cube and what to tell you and what not to tell you. But just give it your basic general scramble. I think that's pretty good right there. Okay, and done. So the first thing we want to do is we want to concentrate on the centers. Okay, so all the centers, but basically right now let's start with white. So you can choose any side that you want. It doesn't matter where you start this off, but let's just see if we can get some of these whites together. And okay, so the reason I put this white next to this white, I did it on purpose just to show you that well, it seems like it's correct, okay, but you have to look over here as well. And because this white is connected to this orange and this blue. So this white, blue, and orange are one piece, okay? And where you see white matches white, but this orange or this red doesn't match orange and this blue doesn't match yellow. or does it match over here? Well, it doesn't matter what's over there, but basically you want something that matches orange. So let's grab a different white, okay, and see if this white will work. Okay, that one doesn't work because that one is connected to a green, right? So we have to find the other white, the white that's connected to the orange. So I know that that's connected to the red, right? This is this one right here is going to be the one we're looking for because it's connected to the orange. Okay, so when you match this one to this one, you know it's correct because you have orange to orange. And so let's do the same thing with the green and the blue. Okay, so I know that this one right here, this white is connected to a blue, so it needs to go over here, right? So we'll just pop that in. Okay, so you have blue to blue. And of course, if this one and this one are correct, this one and this one are correct, and which, you know, invariably means that this one and this one are correct. Well, the last one must be placed right there. So it's on the bottom, you know, just your standard way of getting that in, right? So all these pieces, all these white pieces have a specific spot, right? They're piece specific, right? So again, the recap, this white is connected to this and these two colors. This white is connected to these two colors. This white is connected to these two colors, and this white is connected to these two colors. Okay, so now we're going to flip it upside down. Okay, and that's where your knowledge of having a 2x2 comes into play, right? So because now we want to treat this as a 2x2, and basically what you're looking for is to have the whites on the bottom, right? So in these two colors are correct, these two colors are correct, these two colors are correct, and these two colors are correct. Okay, we're looking to solve this like a 2x2 now. So we're only looking at the whites on the bottom. We're looking for yellows on top. We're looking for greens here, right? 4 greens. We're looking for 4 oranges, 4 blues, and 4 reds. Okay, so you can ignore the entire rest of the cube. Okay, we don't care about the rest of the cube. We only care about these 4 positions, these 4 positions, these 4 positions, these 4, these 4, and these 4 positions. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so to be able to solve it like a 2x2, we need to get a yellow up here. So R-U, R-I-U, R, 2U, R-I. Okay, so we have our yellow up there. Use your 2x2 solving strategy to be able to get all the yellows up here. Okay, so again, if you're not familiar with the 2x2, go ahead and watch that video. If not, you know, you can just see if you can follow along here. If you have a yellow facing up and you have a yellow to your right, okay, in these 2 positions, okay, just go R-U, R-I-U, R, 2U, R-I. Okay, and then you have 4 yellows facing up. Okay, these are not headlights. These are not headlights. These are, and these are not. Okay, so take your headlights, you know, and just go ahead and do your algorithms where, you know, so you can get, you know, basically you're solving it like a 2x2. So let's just go ahead and do it. So we're going to go R-I-F, R-I, back to R-F-I, R-I, back to 2R, and then 1, 2, whatever, 3. So you have your 2x2 now solved. So with white on top, 1, 2, 3, 4 whites, 1, 2, 3, 4 yellows, 4 greens, 4 reds, 4 blues, and 4 what did I say? Red, green, blue, and orange. Okay, you know, I don't know. I know I just really rifled through that, but at this point, you really you just should know how to solve a 2x2. I mean, I really don't know how else to say that. So let's go ahead and move on to step number 2. Step number 2 involves matching up all the whites except for these white corners. All right, so in the circle you have corners, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4 corners. We're not concerned about any of the corners. Okay, when I mean matching up the whites, I mean everything but the corners. And same thing for the yellow, same thing for this, and this. So the way that we're going to match up these whites is we're going to look for a white up here on this layer. Okay, so here's a white, and it's a white orange. Okay, so this white and this orange are connected. Okay, so we're going to take this white and put it on the orange. Okay, so this white orange is on the white is on the orange. Turn it to the orange side. Okay, so let's recap. This white orange, right? We turn it so that this white is on this orange. We then turn it to this orange right here, have that face you, and go R, U, R, I, U, R, 2U, R, I. Okay, and this white orange place is placed correctly. Okay, let's do this again. We're going to find a white up here. Okay, so there is no white up here. So what can I do? I can take a white from the bottom, all right, and I can rotate this white that's down here, and I can put it up on this layer over here, or this layer right here. I can do that by simply turning this. Okay, see how it's there? Let's move this out of the way. Just simply put it right there. And then I turn this back, so because I don't want to mess up this 2x2. Okay, so now I have a white blue, okay, on this top layer. This white blue, we're going to turn it so that this white is on the blue side. We're going to turn it so that the blue is now facing us. And then we're going to do the left-hand side version of the Soon algorithm. So it's LI, L, LI, 2U, L. Okay, and then the white blue piece has been placed. Okay, let's move on. Let's see if we can find another one. So looking for whites up here, can't find a white there, so I found a white on the bottom. We're going to take this white and we're going to turn it so that it's all the way back here. Let's move this out of the way. Okay, the opposite side. Don't turn it this way, okay, because you're going to be turning it back. You'll be turning it back down. It'll be back down here, right? So you want to turn it this way. So move it out of the way. Turn that right there, and then that's it. So let's look. This is another white blue. So we're going to turn this so that the white is on the blue side. Turn it so that the blue is facing you. If this is on the right, of course, you're going to do the regular Soon. R, U, R, I, U, R, 2U, R, I. Okay. And then that white blue is placed, right? White, blue. Let's look for another white blue or another white anywhere. Okay, so there's no white here. There's no, let's see, there's no white on the bottom. Okay, so if you have no white on top and there's no whites on the bottom that you can use, what you're going to simply do is flip it upside down so that the white is on the bottom. This white side is on the bottom. The yellow's on top. We're going to start working on yellows. Okay, we're going to start working on this. So turn it so see if you find a yellow. Here's a yellow. It's a yellow red. We're going to turn it so that this yellow is on this red. We're going to turn it so that the red is facing us. Let's do the left-hand side version of the Soon. Okay, and then the yellow red piece is placed. All right, let's find another yellow. Here's a yellow or green. All right, we're going to turn it so that the yellow is on the green. Turn it to the green. do the soon, R-U-R-I-U, R-2-U-R-I. Okay, you heard the cube snag. Okay, so you got to be really super careful because it will pop. I'm just very good at handling this cube, so hopefully I won't experience a pop. Let's find another yellow. Here's a yellow right here. Now we can just simply use this one too, but for whatever purposes, we'll just learning purposes, we'll use this yellow down here. We'll turn it so that it's on the top. Okay, we're going to turn it out of the way. So this time we'll turn it to the left. We don't want to turn it to the right because remember we got to turn this back. Okay, so we know we have a yellow up here. It's a yellow blue. Okay, so we're going to turn it so that this yellow is on this blue. Okay, so this yellow's on this blue. Turn it so that the blue is now facing you. Do the soon, R-U-R-I-U, R-2-U-R-I, and the yellow blue piece is placed. All right, let's find another yellow orange. Okay, so turn it so that the yellow is on the orange. Orange is facing you. So, the left hand side is soon. Okay, and then this yellow orange piece is placed. Let's see if we can find another yellow. There's a yellow down here, right? It's right there. Turn it out of the way. Turn it to your left. Bring this back. So you have a yellow up here. Yellow orange. It's already in its correct position. Have the orange face you. R-U-R-I-U. R-2-U-R-I. Okay, another yellow right here. Yellow red. Okay, so put this yellow on the red, turn it so that this red is facing you, R-U, R-I-U, R-2-U, R-I, perfect. And let's see, there's another yellow right here. So this time we'll turn it this way, turn it to the right, okay, move it out of the way, opposite side, right? So then you can turn this back, and this yellow will remain up on top. It's a yellow blue, so turn it so that the yellow is on the blue side's facing you. L-I-U-I-L-U-I, L-I-2-U-L. Okay, and that piece is placed correctly. Okay, we're getting very close. We have one more yellow. There's a yellow right there. Move it out of the way. Move it on this side so that when you return this, okay, the yellow remains up here. This is a yellow green, so I have the yellow on the green, which it is. Green facing you. Okay, and now all the yellows except for the corners are complete. Don't worry about those corners. Remember that. Don't worry about that. Don't let that freak you out. Let's look for whites. Okay, so looks like they're basically on the bottom. Here's a white right here, white red. Turn it, move it out of the way. So when you return this, okay, you don't mess up the 2x2, and the white red will remain up on top. So turn it so that the white is on the red. Have this red face you, R-U, R-I-U, R-2-U, R-I. Okay, again, there's one on the bottom. We'll turn it up so that's on top. Okay, it's right here. It's the white orange. So it's turning so the white's on the orange. Orange facing you. Okay, and just a couple more to go. Here's a white green, right? So turn it, move it out of the way. It's right there. The white is on the green. Okay, so this white's on the green. Green facing you. R-U, R-I-U, R-2-U, R-I. Beautiful. And here's another white, red. Have the white on the red, which it is. This one's facing you. Okay. And there's another white, green. Put this on this white on this green. And the reason why that happened where where it looked like we were done and then we were placing the last one and then another one came out was because one of them was in the wrong spot. Okay, it was just, we didn't place it there, it was just happened to be in the wrong spot. So we knocked it out and then put it in its correct spot, and then we went back and put the last piece in its last spot. Okay, so now what you're looking for is all these are correct except for these corners. Don't worry about the corners. Same thing with the yellows. They're all correct except for these corners. Don't worry about that. And you should have a solid layer of reds. Okay, so it's a band of reds, a band of blue, a band of orange, and a band of green. Okay, let's move on to the next step. Okay, we're back. So this cube might look slightly different to you. I had to reshuffle it just because things were working out a little bit too easily, and I wanted to give you a better experience. So I reshuffled the cube a bit. Everything remained the same as far as, the circles, and these are complete, these are complete, these are complete, and these are complete. I just scrambled up everything else as far as these pieces, and all these pieces down here. So basically what you're looking to do is complete with the two reds, two greens, the two corresponding orange, and the two corresponding blues. Okay, so you can either work on the top layer here or you can do it on the bottom layer, but we're going to work on the top layer. And basically what we're looking for is understanding that, of course, that this piece and this piece, this red blue, is actually one piece. Okay, I cannot separate this red from this blue. It is actually one piece. So when you're doing this, what I would like for you to say is whatever color is on your right, say that out loud first. So it's orange, blue. So we want orange, blue right here. Okay, and the way we're going to get an orange, blue there is we're going to find an orange, blue on the bottom. So here's an orange, blue. Okay, we just randomly rotated it. Okay. If there was no orange, blue on the bottom, then of course it would have been up here on the other layer, and we would have just moved on from there and just worked on something else. But since it's here, we have orange and blue. We're gonna move this out of the way. The orange, blue is right there. Okay, and we're gonna go 2RU, 2RUI, 2R. All right, that's a setup move. We're going to return this orange, blue, okay, and we're going to complete that. We're going to do the exact same algorithm, 2RU, 2RUI, 2R. You're going to see that in conjunction with that setup move, this orange, blue is now placed in its correct position, right? So let's move on. Let's say whatever colors out loud over here first. So we want a green, orange. So we're looking for a green orange. Okay, it just so happens that we have a green orange. All right, but if it was like this, we're not looking for an orange green. Remember, we're looking for green orange. Okay, green orange right here. Let's move this green orange out of the way and go to our U. Careful. To our UI. To our. Return that green orange and do the same algorithm, 2RU, 2RUI, 2R, and that green orange is placed correctly. Rotate. We want a red green, so let's go rotate the bottom until we find a red green. Okay, move it out of the way. 2RU, 2RUI, 2R. Return it. Okay, red green. 2R. U, 2R, UI, 2R. Okay, and just like that, these pieces are corresponding with green. These pieces are corresponding here. These are good here, and these are good here. Like I said, if the piece that you're looking for is not down here on the bottom, is up here, well then just skip it. Move on, and then work on another piece. If that piece isn't there, skip it, move on, work on another piece. The pieces that are up here will work themselves down here eventually. So what we're going to do here is we're going to flip it upside down so that the white is on the bottom. We're looking to place these pieces correctly, right? So you notice that these reds are already complete. If you don't have, and it just randomly we're linked up, but if all the pieces were wrong, just do the exact same algorithm I would do now. You're gonna find headlights, all right? Then just keep them to your left, just like they are now, and you'll be caught up to where we're at right now. Okay, so just if you don't, so basically, if you don't have headlights, if you don't have two matching colors, do this algorithm. We're gonna go. It's the headlight algorithm. 2RU, 2RUI, 2RUI, D, 2RUI, 2RU, 2R, and then return this with a D or DI. And you'll see that, and again, if you didn't have headlights, you would have them now. Then you keep them to the left, do it again, and then you'll be caught up to where we're at, where they're all matched up everywhere. Okay, so let's see if we can move on to the next step.